offered to that state. Do not let the sun go down upon your anger. Actually resolve it within yourself and speak as though things were as you would like them to be, and make them lovely, make them altogether marvelous in your world. I tell it for your own good, because in the not distant future, not only the little crowd here, but the whole vast world will have departed. Those who are now claiming themselves to be another generation and demanding special service, there will, in the not distant future, be old people who will vanish from this world. It's time that we all woke up and catch on to what really is causing the phenomenon of the world. And the phenomenon of the world is caused by the imaginal acts of men. So you take it seriously, and do not let one day come to its end without revising and changing the imaginal acts of the day, and make it conform to your dream, to your ideal, and live in it just as though it were true. For I am telling you from my own experience, the day will come you will sit and you will think of something that isn't present. The world calls that imagination. If you see something that is present, they call that sense perceived. That's real. You think of something that is not present, they call that imagination. But you will know how to enter that which is not present to your senses. And your entrance into it will give it cubic reality. And it will be just as real as the room in which you are seated. It will become objective to you. The whole vast world is just like that. But that will be transcended by the being that is going to be awakened within you. For that being who awakes within you is God himself. This is God keyed low to the human mind. And when he awakes, he is God at intensity. And there is nothing that is absent, for he is omnipresent. So he views everything from where he is. He doesn't think of, because he's omnipresent. And being omnipresent, he sees every being as they are. And they are not what they appear to be outwardly to the world of sense. They are what they are in heart. He sees exactly what they are thinking, what they are feeling, what they are plotting, what they are planning. He sees all the intentions of the heart. So when someone tells you, well, why did it happen to him and not to that one, when he is so prominent in the world? Look what he did. He built a hospital. He endowed it. He gave a fortune. But God sees the heart. He doesn't see the fortune he gave to build a hospital and even to endow it. He sees what no one on the surface sees. He sees the motive behind the gift. He sees everything behind it all. Because he sees everything, because being omnipresent, he sees everything as it is now. So when you're told, he called all before him and said, no, I reject him. This is to pick out the one called David. He rejected his brothers, because he said, man judges after the appearance, and God sees only the heart. So I reject him, I reject him, I reject him. Called the other one, and then came David. Now there's a man after my own heart who will do all my will. And so, now you'll realize, if you take it seriously, what is in store for all of us. The end is God. The origin of all was God. In the interval, we go berserk. We run them up. But if you know what you could do, start doing it. Don't wait. You can be the man, you can be the woman that you would like to be. But wanting it is not going to do it. You must be it. You can't just say, I would like to be it. You must assume that you are it. and steeped in the assumption that you are it. For the assumption, though at the moment denied by your senses, denied by everything round about you, if persisted in, will harden into fact. So you dare to assume that you are the man, the woman that you want to be. And day after day, live in that assumption as though it were true. And that assumption will become a reality in your world. Everyone will one day awaken. And when he awakens in the only place where God ever awakens. He awakens in the skull of man, in Golgotha, the human skull. And when he awakens, he comes out of that skull, and it is God that is born from above. And then he goes through the normal series of time, and he arrives at that point where he becomes, well, of age. He reaches the age of spiritual puberty. And then the father, the earthly father, disappears. For when he reaches the age of 12, Joseph disappears from the scene. And now he is now a creator. He can actually create his own image. He creates because he's reached the age of spiritual puberty. And so the earthly father ceases to be a part of the play when the lad in the temple reaches the age of 12. But he has foreshadowings of it, before and after. It's approximately 12. It didn't say 12. When he was about 12 years of age, they sought him and they wondered, why did you do this to us? And he said, do you not know I should be about my father's business? And he was talking to his father and his mother. And they did not understand him. And then Joseph disappears from the play. He is no longer brought back into the play, for he has become the father. And so the son becomes the father. He now creates as God the Father. But tonight, I want it to be only on this level, the level of, well, the law, where man, if he is in control of his own imagination, is in control of the phenomena of his life. He is not a victim of circumstances. Circumstances are the creatures of himself. He creates them if he knows what he is doing. If he doesn't know what he is doing, and he is passive in this world, he can be influenced by the imagination of one who is in control of his imagination, though he doesn't know what he's doing, like Sterling doesn't know. Had he known, he wouldn't have done it. And to this day, he doesn't know. He only regrets what he did. But he doesn't know that his imagining is creating reality. He sees the evidence before him and still doesn't know it. I tell you, imagination creates reality. So be careful what you imagine, because you are setting in motion. And because all things by a law divine in one another's being mingled, you are influencing everyone, even though they do not see your picture or read your book. As Yates again said, having seen the operation of this law, we should never be certain it was not some woman treading in the winepress who started that subtle change in men's minds. So I say to everyone, know what you are doing every moment of time, because your imagining is creating reality. Now let us go into the silence.